It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season. This is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over here at their own. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 46 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes it.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And two interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connect.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? They were eager, amped up to get back on the field after.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses it. It's complete. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So,
wide open, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 91 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, that is certainly a deflator.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Back to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively in disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 34. Touchdown! Nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game? Yeah.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Breaks through the contact. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the keeper.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge?
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, Why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now back to throw. The quick slant caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it into enemy territory. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
For Sammy Watkins, we saw plays like this from time to time in his Kansas City days, and he's still making them here with his new team, the Ravens.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to...
They continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Titans, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.